Lesson number 8, one sample z-test. One sample z-test is one of the basic statistical treatment that you will encounter. So this statistical test is used to determine if the given sample mean was drawn from the population with known parameters. Or in short, you want to check or you want to test if the given sample is a representation of a given population. To give you an example, let's say a given research wants to find out if um, senior high school of LPU Cavite can represent all the senior high schools for the entire Philippines. So if that is the case, one sample z-test will be applied to check if senior high school in LPU Cavite is a representation of all the senior high schools in the Philippines. Even though this is one of the basic statistical treatment or statistical test, one sample z-test cannot be applied to any numerical value. So first, it should be, or the numerical values that you will obtain should be an interval or ratio type of variables. And then second, the number of your samples should be greater than or equal to 30. So for one sample z-test, we have two formulas. The first formula will be used if the given value or the given standard deviation in the given problem is the population standard deviation. Later on, I will show you how are you going to identify if the given value is a population standard deviation. Basta, first, you just have to take note that if the population standard deviation is given, this will be the formula that you're going to use po. This formula is also a formula under one sample z-test, but as you can see for this one, you will only use this one if the given standard deviation is the sample standard deviation. Again, if the given standard deviation is for the sample, then you have to use this formula. This table is also called Z-table, but this one is a bit different from the previous Z-table that we are using. This table po is specifically for word problems under one sample Z-test. So if we are referring to the problems under one sample z-test, then we have to use this kind of z-table. But if we are referring to the problems under areas of the normal curve, then you have to use the previous z-table. I hope that's clear.